A 65-year-old woman couldn't walk to the end of her block without stopping to catch her breath. What if something free and available right now could reverse diabetes, restore vision, and physically grow your brain? Today, I'll explain what actually happens inside your body when you walk every day like you're 5 years old. By the end, you'll understand which of the 10 body systems get upgraded and why people who start this can't believe they waited so long. 4 months after that 65-year-old started walking, she was doing 48 blocks daily without breaking a sweat. Another person threw away their prescription glasses after 3 months of daily walks. A diabetic reversed their condition in 7 months with nothing but 4-mile morning walks at 5:30 a.m. They didn't join a gym, buy fancy equipment, or follow some complicated program. They just walked every single day. But here's what nobody tells you about walking and why it's different. It systematically upgrades 10 different systems in your body. Some of these changes are so unexpected that researchers are calling it the closest thing we have to a wonder drug. Let me show you exactly what happens inside your body when you walk consistently. Here's what actually changes when you walk every single day. First, your brain physically grows larger, protecting against dementia. Your hippocampus actually increases in volume. This protects against dementia and Alzheimer's like a firewall protecting your computer. Second, the pressure inside your eyeballs drops significantly. This is why that person threw away their glasses after 3 months. Their eye pressure normalized enough that they didn't need correction anymore. Third, your heart gets a natural beta blocker effect that lowers blood pressure as effectively as medication in many cases. Here's the part that shocked even medical researchers. Fourth, walking controls blood sugar 6 times better than running does. 6 times better. That's not a typo. This explains why diabetics keep reversing their condition with daily walks, while runners struggle with glucose spikes. The reason comes down to how your muscles process sugar during low-intensity movement versus high-intensity bursts. Walking keeps you in the exact zone where your cells gobble up glucose without triggering the stress hormones that running creates. Fifth, your bones get denser because walking is weight-bearing exercise that forces your skeleton to strengthen itself. Sixth, your spine decompresses and the muscles supporting it get stronger, which is why people with chronic back pain find relief. Seventh, your digestive system starts moving properly. Hippocrates called walking man's best medicine, specifically because it gets everything flowing smoothly. Eighth, stress hormones drop significantly during and after walks. Ninth, your immune system strengthens as your body produces more white blood cells and antibodies. 10th, your mitochondria multiply inside your cells. This gives you actual energy at the cellular level instead of just relying on coffee to get through your day. Now here's what makes walking different from every other exercise. It's the only one sustainable enough that regular people actually do it for 25+ years straight without quitting. Think about every gym membership you've bought. You used it for 3 weeks, then avoided while still paying monthly. Walking doesn't have that problem because the barrier to entry is so low. The minimum effective dose is just 5 minutes. Not 45 minutes of high-intensity suffering, 5 minutes of putting one foot in front of the other. But here's the weird part nobody mentions about walking. Walking at the wrong intensity gives you almost zero benefits. You could walk for hours at the wrong pace and see nothing change. That's why some people walk their whole lives and never experience these transformations. You need the right intensity, and there's a dead simple way to measure it called the talk test. If you can sing your favorite song while walking, you're going too easy. If you're gasping for air, you're going too hard. The sweet spot is right in the middle. You can hold a conversation, but you couldn't belt out a power ballad. That's when your body knows you're serious and starts making upgrades. Start with 6,000 steps if you're a beginner, not the full 10,000. Don't worry about hitting 10,000 right away. That's like trying to deadlift 300 pounds on your first day at the gym. Build up gradually over weeks and months. Keep your spine straight, like someone's gently pulling a string attached to the top of your head. Bend your elbows to 90 degrees and swing your arms naturally. Stabilize your pelvis so you're not waddling like a penguin. These small form adjustments turn a casual stroll into an actual body-changing activity. Within weeks, you'll notice something shift. Maybe your mood lifts and you stop snapping at your coworker. Maybe your pants fit differently. Maybe you sleep better instead of staring at the ceiling at 2 a.m. These aren't placebo effects. A 30-minute daily walk rivals a gym membership for overall health outcomes. That's not motivation talk. That's what the actual research shows when you look at cardiovascular health, metabolic markers, and longevity. Here's the most common excuse and why it's completely backwards. I don't have time. is what people say while scrolling through social media for 47 minutes before bed. You have time. You just haven't prioritized it yet. Start with 5 minutes today, then do 6 tomorrow. By next month, you'll be doing 20 without thinking about it. 5 minutes is less than 1% of your waking hours. People in extreme climates walk in rain, snow, and 90-degree heat every single day. They walk in freezing temperatures because they've learned something crucial. Consistency beats intensity every single time. Get a rain jacket or buy some waterproof boots. Walk in your house if you have to. One person walked laps around their dining room table for 3 months during a brutal winter and still saw their blood pressure drop 20 points. The weather isn't the problem. Your mindset is. Remember that 65-year-old who went from 1 block to 48 blocks? She didn't start out fit. She started out struggling. Multiple 70-plus-year-olds prove it's never too late to begin. Your body doesn't care that you've spent the last decade sitting at a desk. It will respond to walking at any age, in any condition, as long as you start and keep going. Here's what surprises people most about walking long-term. Walking seems too easy to actually work, is the skepticism of people who think exercise needs to hurt to count. Remember the blood sugar control? 6 times better than running. Your body doesn't need you to suffer. It needs you to move consistently in a way you can sustain for decades, not 3 weeks of punishment followed by quitting. The transformation happens because you keep showing up, not because any single walk was particularly hard. This matters to you because we've been sold a lie about exercise. We think it requires expensive equipment, perfect weather, an hour of free time, the right outfit, and enough energy to power through something intense. Walking requires shoes you already own, whatever weather is happening outside, and 5 minutes you'd otherwise spend deciding what to watch. It's the one exercise that delivers measurable results across your entire body without requiring you to be an athlete or risk injury. People who start walking daily describe it like flipping a switch they didn't know existed. Depression lifts. Energy returns. Borderline diabetes, high cholesterol, and high blood pressure normalize. Weight drops without counting calories. Sleep improves. Anxiety decreases. That constant background stress that makes you clench your jaw starts fading. These aren't random coincidences. These are the 10 body systems getting upgraded simultaneously because you decided to move. The people who've been walking for 25 plus years aren't superhuman. They just figured out that daily walking is the closest thing to a cheat code for long-term health. They feel bad when they miss a day because their body has adapted to expect it. Some walk with friends for accountability. Some walk with dogs who won't take no for an answer. Some walk alone at 5:30 a.m. before the world wakes up. The method matters less than the consistency. To recap, walking physically grows your brain and protects against dementia. It drops eye pressure enough that some people stop needing glasses. It lowers blood pressure like medication and controls blood sugar better than running. It strengthens your bones, decompresses your spine, fixes your digestion, reduces stress, boosts your immune system, and multiplies your cellular energy factories. The minimum dose is 5 minutes. Use the talk test to know you're working hard enough. Start with 6,000 steps and build up. Weather isn't an excuse. Age isn't a limitation. Pick one of these 10 changes you want to see in your own body. Walk for just 5 minutes today, using the talk test to gauge your intensity. Your future self, the one who reversed their diabetes, stopped wearing glasses, or went from struggling with 1 block to crushing 48 blocks daily, is waiting for you to start. So here's the real question. If you could only experience one of these 10 body transformations from walking, which would change your life the most? And what's the actual reason you haven't started yet?